Welcome to Coaching Uncut, a special series on the Unstoppable Woman podcast, where I take you behind the scenes and give you a peek into the private coaching I do with my clients. All of these coaching calls have been recorded with the permission from my clients who have generously allowed me to share these with you as a way of helping more people in this world. They give you access to master level coaching and the opportunity to learn the lessons that they're learning right along with them. Please keep in mind that these recordings are not studio productions and the audio quality may be less than ideal, but the content will take you far and help you become unstoppable. With that, listen in and learn.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm trying to work through some stuff here, so
Okay.
I'm okay.
Talk to me.
Okay, so for the first time in a while, I'm feeling frustrated. It's the only word I can think of to describe this blanket feeling that I've got, frustrated. And I started thinking about why are you frustrated? What are you frustrated about? Just lost my train of thought. What is it frustrated? It's because I'm thinking about if you're going to go into any sort of emotion, gratitude is a good place to start. So I go into gratitude and I see that wow, you've cleared 600K this year. You've got a great staff. You have an awesome VA. And you've got so much going on, and I still feel like I've lost a little perspective. I'm trying is the wrong. I'm up leveling, and there's there's resistance there. So I'm up leveling with Lee. I'm up leveling with HCM. I'm up leveling with you. I'm up leveling with Nagel. All this up leveling is going on, and for some reason I still feel frustrated.
So let's pause right there. What are you frustrated about? Can you give me some more specificity on that?
Yeah, I think it ties back to that Shirley Temple syndrome. You said it a few days ago, and it has just been in my brain ever since. Holy shit! It's just not there was a time when I didn't mind how messy it is, and for some reason right now, I am bothered by how messy this is. It's I don't get my outfits, I don't nail my outfits all the time with Lee, and I lose my perspective with HTM sometimes, and I end up working in the business instead of on it. And I do forget to go into gratitude sometimes, and I do say things that I don't mean at my to my family, and don't show up the way that I want to, and I do allow myself to get pulled in 50 different directions, which sets myself up for results that I don't want. And I get part of me is wow, snap out of it, man. Look how far you've freaking come. You would not even be having this discussion a year ago, and you've come so far. And then the other part of me is yeah, but you're being messy. But this is messy, and I don't like that. I don't like that anymore. I don't like it. So it's just that kind of tension. So it's that same. I feel it in my body. It's that old pattern of you're not doing it perfectly, so don't do it at all. You're not all the things are not falling into place very neatly and nicely, and you're not the A student, so just give up on it because this is getting this is hard and you're tired and aren't you as far as you want to go anyway? Look how far you've come. Wouldn't it be a great place to stop?
So whose voice is that?
Well, I guess you put it that way, that's going to be my mom's, of all people.
Okay.
Of all people.
So you've internalized that voice. It's become the adult/whiny adult voice in your head.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
But it's not the truth of if we were sitting across from each other and you were telling me what you believe, it's not the truth of what you believe. Am I correct?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I guess maybe that's what I'm feeling frustrated about that because I'm okay. Go ahead.
So you're running a pattern.
Yes, I don't like it.
But the I don't like it is the pattern.
Okay.
The frustration is the pattern.
Mm.
Like there's a frustration over how messy things are. That's one pattern, the habitual way of thinking.
Okay.
But then your frustration over being frustrated, and not to get too sort of esoteric there or anything, but it's true that frustration over being frustrated is running a secondary pattern that's actually worse. It actually keeps you stuck.
Okay.
So you need to have some self-awareness, which you do.
Okay.
You have to recognize, okay, what's happening here? Oh, I'm running a pattern. Oh, I'm running a secondary pattern. Isn't that interesting? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you have to choose differently. So how do you choose differently? Like, what's the tactic in the moment that you use to step out of that no-win cycle, right?
Yeah.
Do you get why it's a no-win cycle?
Well, I sure do.
Yeah.
I'm in it so much I can't see outside of it. I have a blind spot.
You do. You do, 100%.
do.
And you have a frustration about the frustration about the frustration. That's a pattern, right? How you respond to frustration is with more frustration. Look at that.
Yeah.
There's no way out of the frustration if your answer to it is responding with frustration.
Okay. Yes, I can see that.
So then you have to respond with something else. So the technique that I would like to give you for right now, we use different techniques at different times, but the technique that I would like to give you for right now is to actually take over the adult voice in your head.
Okay.
Okay? And this requires you talking to yourself. Then what you're used to is listening to yourself, not talking to yourself. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Now, we call it the voice in our head because it's going nonstop. Okay? Right? Just going. Okay? Open the fridge, get a glass of water. What are we having for dinner? Oh, my God, I'm so frustrated, right? It's that, like, it can be neutral, it can be happy, it can be frustrated, but it's that voice in our head. We're used to listening to it, being the receiver of it. Like how mom used to talk to you all the time. Okay? Instead, you have to be the voice. You have to be the adult. You have to be Heather, the fully grown human being, right?
You're talking about taking personal responsibility.
I am. And so then, but it looks like this. Let's get really granular with this. It looks like this.
Okay.
Oh, look, I'm running a pattern, and I'm running a secondary pattern. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
How do I want to feel? Well, I don't want to feel frustrated anymore. So I don't want to feel frustrated anymore. How do we solve this problem? Okay, well, I'm frustrated about these 5 things. Let's write them down. Let's think about what I would need to do differently in order to have a different result. Let's take 5 minutes to just think that through. Okay, great, and then we're going to act on it. And I understand, little voice, that that's the only response that you have. And I'm grateful to you for bringing up the frustration because it's showing me that I need to handle something that I'm not handling. Thank you for that, but we're going to respond differently to the frustration. Okay? Yeah, it's like reparenting yourself. Like if you were talking to Rex in one of your wise moments, not in one of your, chaotic moments, but in one of your wise moments, you would sit him down and you would say, well, I understand that you don't want to go to school. Can we talk about that, right? And like, why are you so upset about this, right? And you would pay attention to it, think it through, help him solve problems, and not let him throw a fit as the end result, okay? It wouldn't stop there.
Yeah. Yeah, and in fact, this points to a whole lot of things that I think I understand where the frustration is coming from now. Closing the gap on time, I think in the future, I think at least a part of stemmed from the story about the holidays, that you take time off, that you stop doing what you're doing even though you had a plan, then you just blow the plan and take a few days and just like, oh, this is the whole, like, oh, you couldn't possibly do anything now anyway, it's the holidays. Are you crazy? You couldn't do anything during the holidays, so we'll sit around and eat popcorn or whatever. Some of that's okay, but I really like bought into that this time. Here's what I said. I said to myself, like, hey, you made $600K. That's awesome. You just bought 4 days off. Like, that's awesome. Like, I know you had a plan, but we don't have to worry about that. We're just going to just sit around and do, like, not a whole lot. So
here's the question for you.
Yeah.
Was your plan aligned with you, or were you saying, this should be the plan, I'm making this the plan, but I really want to take some time off?
It was total, like, the plan that I had, which did not involve a whole lot of time off, was totally aligned with me. I wanted to keep going. Like, I did not feel the holiday. Like, I understand, like, Christmas is one thing and New Year's is one thing, and I get a day with the family, fine, another day with the family, I get it. You know, but what happened was that, like, I could almost hear it happening. Like, that was like my complete subconscious saying, fantastic, you love the holidays, take the whole week off, you totally deserve it. You don't have to, you know, do anything that you had already planned. Like, you don't have to follow through on anything. Treat yourself, but not like in a good way. Like, you like, let's take a moment and reward, you know, like
consciously
you know, like,
choose it.
Yeah, exactly. It was like much more of like a fall, like I felt like I fell through. I agreed to fall through, and then I agreed to pick up the pieces, and now I'm frustrated because I wasn't like fully engaged. I allowed it. Well, I made that choice. I guess I made that choice. Is that how I did it?
It was an unconscious choice, a semi-conscious choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was a choice nonetheless.
It wasn't the best choice. It was not a good choice, and now I'm having the results from that choice, and even that makes me feel a little better saying it out loud like that.
Yeah, right, because you understand intellectually now, brought the whole process to light, and it's no longer just clawing
emotional.
At you. Yeah, exactly. So have you done the forgiveness practice on this?
No, I just realized it just this minute.
Okay.
I mean, it sort of niggled, but I did not bring it to light yet. So
okay. So you have a copy of the way I teach that, and I would go off and I would go do that. Okay. Am I right that you have that access? Yeah.
I do. I do have that exercise. Yeah, and I do have that access. And yeah, for sure, this is definitely something I need to forgive, and because it's really not doing me service right now.
None whatsoever. I mean, it is in so much as you brought it to this conversation and you've learned something great from it. So again, tertiary pattern would be making yourself wrong for having this experience.
Oh, of course, right.
Okay.
Right.
Because you have to be Shirley Temple imperfect.
We're so efficient with these patterns.
Isn't it fascinating?
Many of them. Yeah.
It's layer upon layer.
Yeah, that's something. And it's dangerous, I think.
Well, it keeps you stuck.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
It keeps you unhappy. That makes total sense. Okay.
Yeah, and you told me if I'm falling out of heaven, like something's wrong, it shouldn't be that way. So like I kind of use that as a starting point. Like if I'm feeling unhappy about something, then something needs attention. So
correct.
That's why I was kind of digging at it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
Okay. All right. So I got my homework and I got my exercise, and I feel a whole lot better. It's not easy, this stuff.
It's rewarding, though.
It's very rewarding.
And
it's very rewarding.
That was 10 minutes, 15 minutes. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So let's reframe that.
Okay.
Right? I mean, because I get that it doesn't feel easy because it's come up and it was with you probably all day or whatever it was. Okay?
Yeah.
I get that. And it's not complicated unless you want to make it hard. Okay?
So
and this is where the addiction to... What's that?
Layer number 4.
Right. Right. The addiction to hard.
Yes.
Not really necessary. So it would be very useful for you to start a practice, and you're already doing this, but to start a practice around seeing where you say things like you just said. And I'm not saying this to silence you. I want to be very clear. Okay, this is not to say, Heather, never complain again in your whole entire life, okay? Or never make a statement like it's hard. I'm not saying that, okay? And it is very useful to recognize when you're saying things like that, because it brings another level of awareness that you are seeing that, wow, why would I think that this is hard? This is like, if I looked at it differently, this is the universe supporting me in my growth, telling me exactly what my next step is. How freaking beautiful is that? So easy, in fact. Does that make sense? The reframe that I just gave you there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.
Yeah. I get it. Okay, good. Wow.
I want to. You're so welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us for Coaching Uncut. If you loved what you learned today, please leave us a comment and let us know. We always love a thumbs up or a 5-star review, so thank you in advance for that. And if you want to take your life and your business to the next level and it's time to scale, please reach out to us and schedule a consult at theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. So that's theunstoppablewoman.com/next level. See you in the next episode. Rock it out and be unstoppable.